Howdy everyone! Today I'm here to talk about lost cities and ancient tombs. This is a book put together by National Geographic, and R. Williams is the general editor. There's an introduction by Douglas Preston and an afterword by Friedrich Hebert. And this is a book about 100 discoveries that changed the world. If you like history and you like archaeological discoveries, I would definitely suggest it. It's not a book that you would just sit down and kind of read in one sitting, at least for me, because it is just like 3 to 4 pages on 100 different discoveries. So I feel like it'd be, for me, a better book to read where, I pick it up before I go to bed at night and read one discovery. Because I feel like if I read all of them, like, repetitively after one another, I kind of forget, honestly, what they were and what was so amazing about them. But it was definitely an interesting read. The beginning, it starts from like the beginning of human history, with like Neanderthals, but like not Neanderthals, like ancient Homo sapiens, like before we stood all the way upright and our bodies were designed like they are today and everything like that. And then it moves through history, going on and on. I thought the hominid part was a bit boring just because it was like, look, we found another skull that was different and they were making tools. And look, this other one is a different skull, but maybe they were making tools too. And so even though they're cool, like I'm not putting that off, and I have seen a lot of different like proto-human like skulls or whatever in museums, and they're definitely interesting, but I thought reading about them got a little repetitive. But after that, it rolled on into different civilizations and tombs that were discovered, or buildings, or, like entire areas that were completely uncovered. And so that was super fascinating to me. And like I said, I would definitely suggest it if you like history and archaeology, or if you're one of those people that are like, hey, I want to travel and see like a lot of different sites that are maybe famous or not even famous. Maybe they're just important to the history of the world. Definitely check out Lost Cities and Ancient Tombs, because that's basically what it is. It's like, oh, I'm in Turkey for the day, so I'm going to go see Göbekli Tepe, which, by the way, is my new favorite like place name ever. Göbekli Tepe. I could just keep saying it over and over. Göbekli Tepe, Göbekli Tepe. It's fantastic. I love it. But it's a city in Turkey, and it's like one of the oldest ones ever discovered, but it has all this great architecture and monoliths with carvings in them that probably tell stories. Obviously, we don't know because we weren't there. But that's probably what they are. And so that was super, super fascinating to read about. And so because this is a book about discoveries and different places or things or people, the question is, if you could pick one place, we're going to say historical place to go, where would you go? And my answer is, it's hard because obviously, because I love to say Göbekli Tepe so much, like literally annoy the crap out of my brother by saying it 100 times before I filmed this. I would like to see it. That would be interesting. But I do have a love for ancient Egypt. I've been fascinated with it since I was a child. And so I definitely would love to go see like the pyramids and the temple at Luxor and different things like that. And that was mentioned in the book as well. Obviously, the pyramids are a super famous example of an archaeological site that, changed the world or how we thought about ancient people and things like that. So, yeah, ancient Egyptian areas or Göbekli Tepe. It also mentioned Otzi the Iceman in here, and I'm just going to bring him up because I would love to go see Otzi the Iceman, but it would also creep me out because he's so well preserved. I would just expect him to like pop up and be like, hey, how about you scientists stop poking my body and bury me so I can finally be at peace, Because I do wonder. I'm like, I wonder if Otzi's spirit is just like freaking hanging out and being like, will you please leave me alone? Like, just stop prodding my body and poking it and keeping it out where everyone can see it. Because yeah, it's cool. And yes, I would love to see it. But with him, or even like with ancient mummies that they have like on display in museums, I'm always worried they're just going to pop up because they're so well preserved. Like, some of them still have their hair, some of them have their teeth, like sometimes their eyes kind of like open a little bit like this, and I'm like, it's just gonna pop open and I'm gonna frickin' scream. But that's just me. Like, yes, it's super fascinating and interesting to see ancient bodies. At least I think it is, but I also wonder if their spirits are all just floating around being like, please leave me alone. What do you think? Do you think a bunch of dead spirits are floating around asking us to please leave their bodies alone? If you do, or even if you don't, please comment down below. And once again, this was Lost Cities Ancient Tombs, a book put together by National Geographic that if you like history and discoveries, I would definitely suggest. So yeah, I post videos almost every Friday. I say almost because I missed last Friday because I wasn't in town, so sorry. But if you like book reviews or learning about books and supporting people, just subscribe to my channel, like, and comment down below. If you could go to one ancient place, what would it be? And also, do you think there are spirits everywhere? Ooh.